Hello, my wonderful, amazing artists. It's me, Miss Abby, your art teacher, and today we're creating abstract art. Abstract art is a way of making art that is kind of the opposite of realistic. So this is a drawing that I made where I was trying to, and a collage too, there's collage in here too, where I was trying really hard to make this drawing as realistic as possible. I was looking at details, using my observation skills, and trying to make it look like a real person who was waving hi. I was trying to make it look realistic. That's a little different than this abstract artwork that I made on the same day with the same materials. But this one, I didn't have a picture in my head I was trying to copy. I was just thinking about how these triangles and these shapes fit together. So, an abstract artwork, the ingredients for it are shapes, lines, designs. And what I love about making abstract art is that there's no right or wrong way to do it. Today, for this abstract artwork we make, we're getting inspired by the artist Yayoi Kusama. She is one of the most famous living artists in the world. She was born in Japan and traveled to New York right after high school to be an artist. And she has been making art since then, and she has traveled around the world and filled museums with hundreds and hundreds of her artworks, and some of them they're bigger than a person and are so big they take over entire rooms and entire buildings sometimes, and you can just be surrounded by her artwork. And she makes work that is mainly abstract. She uses a lot of circles specifically. A lot of her work has circles. It's kind of like it has a rhythm to it or a pattern. And that's what makes it really neat and interesting. And the way to make art inspired by her is to make art with circles. I challenge you to start by making your artwork with 10 circles or more if you are in the flow. And then transform those 10 circles into the most amazing art you can think of. You can use any supply you want for this project, but I'm going to use my drawing supplies. Here's 2 examples I made already. This one has concentric circles and patterns. This one has these kind of swirly, wavy lines and some circles inside of circles. So there's a lot of different directions you can go with this project. You can use markers, crayons, or colored pencils if you want. So today I've been doing big drawings on a big white piece of paper, and I want to change that up and start with a brown piece of paper. This is actually the back of my notepad, but I really like drawing on brown and dark colors sometimes, so I think it'll be fun. And I'm going to use my oil pastels today, but I think this would work with any tool. The colors just might come out a little differently because the brown's still going to shine through. And I'm excited to try that out. I think it'll be fun to see, especially what my light colors look like on this dark brown paper. Step 1 is we're going to draw 10 circles on a paper. They can be different sizes, shapes. They can be circles inside of circles. You don't really have to have a plan here. You just have to use problem-solving skills to make sure they all fit. Then you're going to transform that into step 2. You're going to transform that into an amazing work of art with bright colors and shapes and lines, abstract. Let's give it a go. Step 1, 10 circles. Here's my 10 circles all drawn, and I'm feeling like I want to draw a couple more circles. Then I want to do a contrast where opposites are coming together as a contrast. Straight lines and straight shape, lines with shapes with straight sides and wavy, curvy lines. Okay, I want to show you something cool that's happening. If you you can layer your crayons or your oil pastels together. So layering means coloring on top. So you're not just stuck with the same old colors in your crayon box. You can create completely original colors by layering. See? You can layer blue on top of white and get a light blue color. I don't even need to get this little light blue oil pastel. So, give that a try. It works with crayons and colored pencils as well. Ta-da! Here's my artwork, and I had fun. I think that the oil pastels I was using really popped on this brown paper. I really love the white and blue section. Okay, so one thing I noticed about this drawing was that I used both geometric lines and geometric shapes with straight lines and sharp corners, the kind of lines you would use if you were drawing like a cityscape with a bunch of skyscrapers. And I used wavy organic lines too. So we hear organic and we tend to think like organic fruits and vegetables. Those are fruits and vegetables that don't have any pesticides. But organic in an art class means wavy, swirly, curly lines, kind of like octopus tentacles, or lines you would do if you were doing a wavy ocean or seascape, or a hilly landscape. Those are organic lines. And I tried to use both, but I started with organic circles, of course. And I had fun creating this. I really loved making this. I hope you give this a try. Bye. Have fun making art.